7 7. Um, I'm just up here for a few minutes. I will not be up here long, but I just wanted to say that we kind of knew with how the jury selection was for Carmelo Anthony. We kind of knew that's how this game or this, I believe it's a psyop, was gonna go. Um, but the thing is, you can tell that they're really in need of energy because it's no, it's this guy. This can't be real. But at the same time, we have to realize that this is, in my opinion, in my research, this is definitely grounds for appeal. I was looking at a bat. It's a what is it? Batson versus Kentucky, because in my understanding, all of the melanated jurors were dismissed in this on the jury in this case. So that is a ground. That is one ground for appeal. I'm pretty sure there's other discrepancies in this case. Allegedly, I heard that the judge is well acquainted with the family, so that's a what you call it, like a conflict of interest or something like that. So we can't get excited about this because we kind of knew, we should have known that the way things were looking. It looks like it's, from my research, it looks like it was happening like a sundown town. I kind of expected this to be the outcome, but it's not the ending. I think they're trying to start like a race war and get everybody emotions up, even with that thing that happened in South Carolina with that child, Rick Chow and Cyrus Belton, Cyrus Carmake Belton. May he rest in peace. Because that case was out of this world too. But I wasn't surprised being that it was in South Carolina, because I think South Carolina probably just as bad as North Carolina, and none of these places when it comes to you know the melanated people and the justice system. We already know that it's rigged and it's not fair, and that's their way of enacting slavery with the 14th Amendment. But in my opinion, I feel that they violated uh, Carmelo Anthony's 14th Amendment right. I think that the jury was not fair because the judge dismissed three of the jurors that were melanated. So it's a case that's happened in the 1980s called Batson versus Kentucky, where they have grounds for appeal. So in these cases like this, you can't just like be like thinking, oh, this is the final outcome, because he has a right for an appeal. If his defense attorney files it within 30 days, it might take a while, but I don't think this is the end of this case. I really don't, because it just doesn't seem. It seems like a psyop. Like even that thing that happened in South Carolina with may he rest in peace, Cyrus, the 14-year-old. It's just they're really scared. I mean, if they going this far, which I understand this is normal when it comes to melanated people, the justice system is unfair. But I'm saying two cases, it's like they're really trying to start. They're really trying to get people emotions up to start like a race war. I think this is a psyop. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that it's not happening in real time, but I don't even think we in the right timeline. Like this, these people are desperate. They really want a race war. Um, in my opinion, from my understanding, I thought that if you get attacked like that, you can defend yourself. I didn't know. I didn't think that you get. It's a thing where wasn't supposed to have this, so you wasn't supposed. If I get attacked, I'm saying if I'm getting attacked, I'm fighting for my life. I don't know them people. I don't know what they're gonna do to me. So it can be a kid that can take you out. So you know what I'm saying? It's just from the video footage and everything. It's just this is a psyop. It's no way in the world that this is going to be the end of this case. I'm telling you. I think they just trying to get everybody stirred up. Even with that mess in South Carolina, that man was not supposed to get off of doing something like that. I mean, it's one thing for somebody to steal something, but then he put it back and he chased them. Like, what? When do you chase? When you go? I'm not chasing nobody for no bottle of water. I'm not doing all that. This is not Vietnam. What? So that's crazy too. I think they want people to get they need our energy, they need our emotions. These are parasitic energy harvesters. So I'm just saying, just not be in fear because they evidently are. It's something happening. It's a shift happening. Something is happening with certain groups of people. So I guess they want to put us under even. I guess they don't have us under martial law, even though they're watching everything that we do, and it's all of us. That's why I don't understand how we keep falling for this race thing. Even I'm saying, how do they keep falling for it when they on the chopping block too? It's really no such thing. Even though it is racism, it's been we just seen where the SCLC was going around here paying different hate groups to start stuff. They were paying them to do stuff. It wasn't a lot of racial stuff going on. So they was the people that was supposed to be helping people that was in situations of being discriminated against and harmed for racial things. They going around here paying people to start things like the different groups like the KK. So is it really? Is it a military construct? It's a divide and conquer construct. Yeah, we got a lot of stupid people that do a lot of stupid stuff. We have to stay dangerous and be as wise as a serpent and gentle as a lamb and all this kind of stuff. But we have to stay dangerous, of course. But I'm just saying it's not good to act out of emotions because that's when people are in control of you because they're needing your energy and your emotions and stuff like that. I'm pissed off at this. I'm pissed off at I'm pissed off at everything. Like all of the bullshit that's been going on for a long time. And I mean, but at the same time, I'm like, what are they trying to why are they trying to harvest our energy now so much with these two cases with Cyrus, the little boy, the young little boy in South Carolina, and then with this case, and then you see how the judge dismissed the melanated jurors, and it's just a psyop. I mean, unfortunately, these children were the victims, just like the other children. I mean, it's all trying to get us distracted. I come on, I'm still on the Epstein files. I'm still on it. You're not gonna dissuade me, y'all motherfuckers is worried about little pimps in the Houston and stuff like that. Get the motherfuckers up there at the top, the parasites at the top. How about that? Then work your way down before you start worrying about the little rappers and the ones y'all controlling and the puppets and stuff like that. How about you get the ones that was in them files, huh? How about that? You're not gonna distract me from them Epstein files. I don't care what you do. Get the ones at the top and then you work your way down. But stop with all these distractions because these people not as naive as they used to be. We see. A lot of us see what's going on. We see what y'all trying to do. We see you trying. Even some of those so called, which I don't go by. I don't believe in that construct. It's a status, black and white, and they flipped it around anyway because it wasn't such a thing before they try to divide the ninja servants and all that. It goes back to the 1600 when they published the Bible and all that. But what I'm saying is, a lot of them they know that they trying to. A lot of them even know the ones that got some sense. Now I ain't talking about the ignorant ones that really think that they're special because of their skin color. I'm talking about it's ones that really know what's going on and how they divide, and conquer and da 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 da. They really know what time it is. Ain't nobody. We're not falling for y'all psyops no more. We're not falling for. We do realize that there it's gonna take some time because sometimes an appeal take a couple of years. But this is not the end of this case. The he who laughs last, who he, and it ain't even about a race thing with me. Because I mean, I used to be on that. Oh, it's a skin cup, man. It's bigger than that. It's bigger than that. It's bigger than that too. It's a bigger picture of how they divide and conquer, and they have brainwashed these people to think that they're better when they use these people as puppets, as a fall guy, and they don't need them anymore. So if we get out here and start fighting each other, we helping population control. If we start taking each other out because of skin color and because of these cases and stuff, that's helping them out because they want to get rid of the white people too. You think that that's a threat to them? What I'm saying, that's a threat to them. They don't need them no more. Those were their puppets, and now they don't need them. So if a race war break out, hey, they can sit back and eat that damn human fingernails and eat the spleens and stuff and enjoy the damn Hunger Games at the top. Like, look at these fools. We did it, y'all. We did it. We got it. Now we can enact our, we can enact our martial laws and really put them on even more lockdown because they having civil wars amongst themselves. You know what I'm saying? No, no, I don't. I mean, I just think that think about it. Somebody is pulling the strings from the top, like the Wizard of Oz. We cannot let our emotions get the best of us. We have to learn. A lot of times I sit with my emotions. I do. I have to call a spade. Now I can't. I can't pretend and I gotta go within. I've been working on myself and going within and facing all of me, all aspects of me, and embracing all aspects of me. It's a continual journey. We exist in other realities. I'm telling you. I'm embracing all of me, the good, the bad, the ugly, the dark, and the light. I'm telling you. So don't fall for this psyop. Don't fall for this thinking that they hate they hate all they hate anybody that's not in their bloodline. It ain't they don't like white people, black people, green people, blue people. I don't know where these people get off let this government boost them up to think that they are better than anybody else because they let them come in this country. That's what I was telling somebody. I was like, listen, it's not these people's fault. It's this government that boosts these people up to come in here and be disrespectful. We can't go to other countries and do the stuff. We can't go to these other countries and treat these people like trash, spit on they the disrespect their languages and stuff like that. Like they allow it. They do this from the top. The Democrats, Republicans, all of them the same book of a different cover, the same people. Why we gonna be mad with the immigrants when they was allowed to come here? They was allowed to disrespect the American people. They was allowed to they tell them when they come here, oh, don't mess with them black people, don't mess with them with this and that and the third. They allow them to do it. I'm not upset with them. I want the motherfuckers at the top. Okay? I ain't not mad with nobody that's being used as a puppet because I know that a lot of people don't even know their origins. If they really knew where they come from, it would blow their mind. They wouldn't be able to handle it if they really knew who they really were because they've been indoctrinated to think that they are something that they are not. They've been lied to. All of us been lied to, but some of us have retained enough memory to know what's truth and what's not. But this here is not the time to be acting like it's time to go to war and all this and that because of these. I'm not saying be in fear, but I'm just saying choose your battles, choose your battles and stuff like that, and be careful of what they try to, make you think. Oh, this is bad. This when they all doing that mess. They've been pimping out women, the good COINTELPRO. They've been doing their stuff. The problem is when the little guy start doing it, and I ain't even saying it's right for the little guy to be doing it, but it's a problem when they not benefiting and they don't have no control over these people, and they feel like they losing control of us because they feel like we are getting our own sovereignty. So that is a problem. They want to take us back. They want to put us back. I guess they want to put us back in that damn uh, Ahmaud Arbery and Trayvon Martin time. I'm not going back in that timeline. I'm not going back in that fucking timeline of what is it? Uh, what would the one that the man I can't breathe and all that. I'm not going. No, no. They keep trying to put us in these. They keep trying to put us in these timelines and stuff. And you don't have to be a part of this psyop. You don't. You can create your reality. And also, don't fall for this emotional. Don't let them say, listen, I don't like what happened. I don't think it's right. But at the same time, he who last the hardest, start manifesting what you want. If you got to draw it, if you got to write it down, manifest the outcome you want. If you feel like you don't like the outcome for this, write down the outcome that you want and play it out in your mind. Draw pictures, make a skit, whatever. The outcome that you want, you need to start writing it out, acting it out, creating it within you, and create your like. I see the outcome I want for this because I know this shit ain't right. So I got it played out already. What I want to happen for not just but for other people. You know what I'm saying? With the right intentions, with justice. You know what I'm saying? Because we know this ain't right, and and for some reason it seemed like while we were sleeping, I don't know what happened in the 2020 with the pandemic and all that, the pandemic. But these parasitic people just like they just opened up a portal and took over. Like right is wrong and wrong is right. I mean, and now they trying to flood us. You see how they leaking the Diddy tapes and all this corn stuff. They trying to flood your mind with being addicted. It's already enough people addicted to corn, but they trying to flood you with these thoughts of that's what in sex is. That's what intercourse is. This mess of these sex parties and you know these government controlled women that woman was sent out that one, that Daphne Joy was a part. If you go back and do your research, she was a part of this modeling thing from the Jeffrey Epstein of the UK. They said that man penis looked like a mushroom because he would never go to the doctor. That's I don't know his name exactly, but he was a Jeffrey Epstein of the UK. What they do is they get all the models, they get all the beautiful young girls, and they say, "I have a modeling contract for you." That's how you think they get the beautiful women all over the world. They said they pitched themselves as a psyop modeling company, and they advertise for these beautiful, well, all the beautiful young women. That's how they get them. Well, when the girls get there, it's a whole different story. It's really, ex trafficking and stuff like that. But they want you to focus on the little bitty people, like the ones that's doing the Houston and the little cities and the little pimps and all this. They want you to focus on that, but they're the ones that started all of. They're the ones at the top that's doing the biggest human trafficking and all. They coincident. You know that Bill Clinton had a lady that he put on his cabinet that was, I think, Winston Churchill's wife or something like that. I think that was his last wife or whatever. Don't you know that she was a woman that was sent out as an agent to go and sleep with men and gather information? She did that all of her marriage. Her husband even knows she was doing it. She was a spy. And that's nothing new. They've always done that with their women. She had a whole husband, and this lady was before she died, she was a part of Bill Clinton's political secretary cabinet. She was sent out to spy and gather information from men. Okay, now that come on now, and probably if she needed to take them out, probably had the right. Come on, had the right to do that. So I'm just saying it's they want to distract us from their bullshit, but they're the ones doing it on a bigger scale. Those are the biggest fish scale drug dealers. Is them. You know what I'm saying? How does it get here? Where does it come from? How is it coming in? I mean, you can blame the different foreign agent groups and gang, but they know what's coming in and out. How does it get here? How does it get here? So please spare me. Yeah, let's get back to them Epstein files. How about that? That's where the big picture is with all that, and he just a psyop. It's bigger than him, but that's a start. How about that? And Jay Z being in there, huh? Said what? I won't never forget what they said in the files about him. They said when they need him to go and get us in order, then he know how to sit us down. Like he told what he tell us to stop kneeling, and then he signed a contract with the NFL. So I just want to say, go within, know yourself, keep your cool, and be careful with picking sides. Be careful with picking sides because their goal is always that's just like that movie from to divide and conquer. We've been here before, and if you here right now, if you here at this time here, honey, you ain't no little weight. I don't care if you think you are nobody. I don't care if you think that this is the worst life. If you here at this time in history in this matrix, you're a heavyweight. I'm telling you. I don't know what you need to do to go back and remember, or what you need to do to heal or get your mind together. I don't know what you need to do, but I know you don't give up. Cause listen, you here at this. Do you realize do you realize this is the end game here? This I ain't talking about bad. Like This it's been a journey. It's been one hell of a journey, but we chose this. This is a time where you got all the angels, the demons, the deities. There, boy, this the game right here, and they are in fear. They fighting for your soul, but you gotta fight for your own soul. You gotta not be bought out. You gotta realize that when you sell you can't ever sell your soul, but you can make contracts. Don't make no contracts with these entities. And if you made contracts in a past life, or you feel like your family members done made, break them contracts and free yourself. This is the time now where you supposed to be remembering. You supposed to be remembering things and clearing up them karmas and stuff like that. It's some people you got to walk away from. Sometimes it's the people closest to you. You don't have to hate them, but you can call out the wrongdoing. There's nothing wrong with that. See, they taught us in these generations, some of these generations, to, oh, that's disrespect. You don't supposed to say nothing to your elders, or you don't supposed to say nothing about your mama or your daddy or your. You don't supposed to say your kids. Some of your kids ain't right, or you don't supposed to do. No, we can be kind. We not gonna be nice though. We done being nice. We're gonna call a spade, but we can walk away in love and we can have the right intentions. But everybody, we gonna have some people we gonna have to cut the cord. Sometimes we might gotta cut that umbilical cord, huh? Sometimes we might gotta cut that umbilical cord. I ain't saying harm nobody, but you might gotta walk away from your own seed, honey. Not no little kids that's depending on you. I ain't talking about abandoning no kids, because we got enough of that. You know what I'm saying? We got enough of that. We think, well, just because I'm taking care of them and paying bills and I'm feeding this little motherfucker, it's more to it than that. You can be paying bills, you can be feeding and clothing a child, but you're doing it a lot of times because you got to. But you resent the fact that you had this child for this particular person and they didn't move right or act right. Sometimes they done moved on and got other kids and they ain't even thinking about you. And you resent that child. You resent it. You feel like they taking your life away because had you not had them, you could be doing this. That's not the right spirit to have. Just because you putting shoes on somebody and feeding them, it's more to that than parenting. You got to be in the heart space with it. You got to be able to love them and nurture them. You got to be able to love yourself first, though. If you don't love yourself, ain't no way you can love your child the right way, and the child feel that. They grow up feeling that. You're going to have to heal your relationships at home. I don't care if you're the CEO. I don't care if you're the five-star chick. I don't care if you're the dime piece and you got all the good credit in the world. It starts at home and it starts within. It's a spiritual thing. And you're not going to be able to run away from it. It don't matter how much makeup you put on, how good they tell you you're doing in life, in society, how much you look good in public. It's what's going on within you when you get by yourself and it's quiet and it ain't nobody to talk to and it ain't nobody to hunch up with and and get them when you all alone and by yourself and it's just you. How do you really feel about yourself, about your life? Is you are you deflecting on your children the things that you not happy about? Did you pass on? You passing on trauma and karma and curses to them? That's not fair. That didn't, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they chose us as parents, but that ain't right. That ain't right to have resentment in your heart against your kids. That ain't right. Our hearts ain't right. And we sit there and we say, "Oh Lord, I stayed there with these children, and that man left." Men always leave. They leave you when you marry. You know, the man ain't gonna be there even when you have a baby. Most men ain't even gonna want to be there to see that. Well, it's some strong ones that can stomach that, but I know my pastor used to tell us, don't let that man be in there and see all that because some of them can't handle it. She probably was right. Some of them probably can't see you differently when they see all of that happening in the birthing room and stuff like that when you delivering a baby. Probably right. He probably like, what in the hell? But it's something that could probably take it. But at the same time, that man don't be there like that. It's always, even if you marry, it's mama's baby and daddy's baby. The woman, most of the time is expected to stay there. But a lot of times that woman heart ain't right. Her heart ain't right. She resentful. She's resentful, and she got a. I ain't saying the woman ain't got a right to be resentful a lot of times. I'm not saying that she don't have a right to be bitter sometimes, but you can't stay that way, and you can't die that way. Cause if you got unresolved shit, You gotta keep right on going through it again, and the next life, and the next life, and the next life. It don't end with this life. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. A lot of times we put ourselves on the pedestal, and we be about a bunch of bull. We be like, "Oh, I stayed." You gotta stay. What? It's a lucky woman that can. I always thought it was a lucky woman that could just drop them kids off with that daddy and go on about be about her business and not have to worry about them children. I was married and I couldn't even do that. I always thought it was a blessing to be. I'm telling you, to be able to drop your children off and they be safe with your family. To be able to drop your children off and they be safe with your with their parent. Cause honey, a lot of times we be dropping these kids off with these people, and a lot of these people don't even need to be out in society that we dropping our kids off with, and that's including the mama and the daddy. A lot of these traumas come from the children being abused and assaulted by their blood relatives, and it's the closest people. It's the mama, the grandmama, the granddaddy, the daddy be hurting the children, the mother, the siblings. You got siblings that assault or molest they other siblings in these households. You be like, oh, my kids are good and this and that. You got one sibling that's assaulting the other sibling, and it be a little baby, and they grow up being molested by the brother or the sister, and everybody think that's the perfect family. They be in church, they have money, they have good credit, and the whole time the mama got some inkling of it, but she done went through that with her brother, so she looked the other way of her children having relationships, incest. That's passing that spirit of incest down, where the cousins is messing with each other. The siblings is messing with the other siblings. I know one boy in Atlanta, he said that he was his brother's boyfriend all his life, so he got about 16 now. He was his brother's boy. Ain't that something? And we don't even know we not ready to face the stuff that's going on in our own household. How in the hell we gonna help somebody else and we don't even want to face the darkness that's right in our face? That's right there that we done carry. We done carried monsters sometimes in society that we know is going around here doing stuff to people, harming the people that's weaker than them in the community. And we to go to church and turn the other cheek and oh the Lord gonna fix it. Oh, he ain't that bad, she ain't that bad. You done had a demon, a whole fucking demon, and you in denial about it. Okay, you know that child ain't right. You know that. I don't know if it's the stuff you had in you or what he experienced or she experienced, but you know that child needed to be checked and talked to. You needed to be like, wait, honey, that ain't what you need to be doing. That's not how you need to be living. I know that we let you get away with this for a while, but this ain't. It stops here right now. You're not gonna go out here and be, a menace to society. And this not just. This is all colors of people. All the Asians. They can't talk about this. I saw that lady up there talking about black people. I don't know what that thing was because I know my Asian friends told me that they prostitute themselves in their country and then they find some rich old white man a lot of times and they'll date him till they get their citizenship, and then that whole time they had them a pool boy on the side. But they treat that man so good, that old rich white man, but they was ugly in their country, so they had to prostitute themselves and get facial surgery a lot of times. Then they come over here and get them a rich man and woo, they get them a pool boy on the side and get that citizenship in 3 years and they good. So I don't know what she talking about some black people don't raise their children right when those cultures traffic their women, the girls, the men, the women there over there. Some of them countries is shaving their head and not wanting to get married because they don't want to deal with that shit. They say them men are mean to them. And they traffic they over here in these massage parlors with a happy ending and all that with their women and stuff and holding these women against their visas and passports. So what you talking about? Talking about black folks don't raise their kids and this and that. Y'all got some of the biggest gangs. The only reason y'all get away with it because the government allow y'all to get away with a lot of that sex trafficking, gang violence. A lot of the Asians are gangs and shit and other cultures. They allow them to get away with it, but a black man can't even, if he even say the word P. I ain't saying that the brothers is innocent either. I ain't saying the black men is perfect and they ain't got no shit. I'm just saying they ready to hang a black man that commit a crime, but they let these other cultures and they people get away with pure eating kids and all kind of shit. But if a black man want to make him a little money and do some little pimp shit and this and that, and I ain't saying that's right. I'm not condoning, but they ready to, oh God, take the attention off of us and get this black man. Oh, get this angry black woman. Oh, get this angry black child. He 12 years old now. So we gotta charge them. We gotta charge these black melanated people as criminals. And they let these other people run amok. They trafficking they little girl. In some of these places, they got it over here, got massage parlors where they doing the women can't even get free because they holding them against their visas. They believe that a little girl, 12 years old, is a grown woman. Okay? But you gonna sit here and talk about melanated people. We don't do that. I don't see all the melanated men and with their wives trafficking them and I ain't saying they. I'm not saying our men has taken on the oppressive ways and our women have too. I'm not shielding nobody. It says, even though I don't believe that that's God's words, but I do believe it's a lot of good things in that book. It says, "Do not admire the oppressor or take on none of his ways." That's where our people have downfallen at. We have taken on the oppressor ways. We admire the oppressor. We can be bought. If they tell us that they're gonna give us some money for something, a lot of us will sell out our own kids and stuff for some money and some stuff that we shouldn't be making contracts with. If they tell us that you don't have to live in that house, you don't gotta live like that no more. If you just sign with us, you can get whatever you want. Live like Kanye and Jay-Z. You think a lot of us won't sign up? We a lot of us been waiting. A lot of us been waiting for a chance for them to tell us we can sell our souls. I had this boy tell me this not long ago. I was telling him my experience and how you have to be strong because a lot of times I have had them come for me. And it's not hard for me to but what had me shook is how growing up in that religion that I was in, they would always tell us about the sacrifices and the soul selling and all this and that. So I'm glad that they told me that, and yeah, it did put a little fear in me. But I was always leery of celebrities and stuff like that. They even had us where they would tell us don't go to the movie theater, and I thought that was crazy because I love the movies. But honey, guess what? Guess what I found out? The movie theater is built on a portal where they harvesting your energy when you go look at the damn movie. Ain't that something? And I thought that was crazy when the Christians used to say, don't go to the movie theater when the Pentecostal holiness people be like, don't mingle with them and don't interact with the movie theater. That it would sound foolish, but that movie theater is every construct they built was built on our ancient spiritual burial grounds and our ancient oracle and our ancient indigenous feminine energy sources. All they stuff is built upon that. Even over there in the Vatican, I talked about that on one of my lives where you see the title with the Vatican, how they built the Vatican on the it's a area dedicated to a fertility goddess called Sybil, and it's a place where the oracles, which are the spiritual women, went and prophesied. They harvested all our damn ancient energy with these buildings and stuff. They don't build on our stuff. All these churches and stuff like that, the courthouse and all that. That's why when people are doing what is it? They doing hoodoo. They'll say go get some courthouse dirt or the graveyard dirt or stuff. They got they stuff built on all of our shit that they done made us scared of. They done made us in fear of it, but they using our own shit against us. Yeah, they tell you, oh, that's the devil. And they pretend. Let me tell you what they do. That's why they took that movie off of Netflix. They took that movie down because it was waking a lot of people up. It was called the Salem Witch Trials. They took it off of Netflix, but that it was showing you how they go to church and act like they Christians and all these. They might act like they a small hat. They might act like they are a Christian. They might act like they are a Muslim or Hindu or whatever. They'll pretend to be these religions that they co-sign us to and indoctrinate us to. But behind the scenes, these are warlocks. These are witches. These people have been trained and have dealt in. Let me tell you who the top person was that they don't get credit to. And he was a black man. They don't give this is supposed to be the real Doctor Strange. The real Doctor Strange is Pascal Beverly Randolph. That's the man. That's where most of them got all their shit from. But they don't give him credit. They don't give him credit. they give credit to the ones that they consider to be Caucasian, like Aleister Crowley and Anton LaVey and what's that lady uh the lady the woman that lady I can't think of her name. But they get credit. They don't get credit to Pascal Beverly Randolph, and he was down with Abraham Lincoln because they was doing seances and rituals and all that shit that they teach us is the devil. Okay, you dealing with some people that they train people to do remote viewing. They got people that's like gatekeeping when you go in when you go into some of them areas when you, in whatever with remote viewing, they'll block you. They don't want you to see certain stuff. So, we sit around here and play with the surface stuff, religions and all that. These people use this stuff for a front. They will be whoever they need to be to get their agenda passed, which is and they want your soul and they want to harvest your energy and they like to eat humans, okay, and babies and shit like that. So I don't know what I do know what it is. Something going on with the melanated community because they coming at us trying to put us back into that timeline of where they the black the unfairness of the black man and this and that. I look, we've been here before. Ain't nobody trying create your own timeline. Fuck that. This is not the end. This shit ain't real. And he has a right for an appeal. Now, with that other case, a lot of times justice ain't served in the courthouse. You know what I'm saying? It's more than one way to skin a cat. But I'm saying a lot of times we don't think that justice is being served, but we can't sit around and hold our breath and be like, oh, nothing happened to them. Because you don't never know what they got to go through. You don't never know what they generations got to go through. You don't never know what they got to go through when they leave here. You might be like, well, the bad people get away with everything and nothing don't happen to them. We don't see the full picture. This soul has reincarnated. Our soul is a larger scale than what we can see. This is just a small pinch of our expansions of the lifetimes we have lived. So we can't see the full picture all the time because this is just a small view. And how they have poison the water, they have poison the air, they have poison the soul, they have poison the food. They got us on these medications. They got us going to these hospitals and stuff like that, graveyards. And sometimes it's a good outcome, but for the most part, it wasn't meant to help a lot of us. And we say, oh, they taking out black people and the Spanish people. Okay, honey, I want you to think that everybody else is safe but melanated people. They got a agenda for everybody. And they play these games and they'll wind it down to make it seem like, well, the black women are losing their lives. Yeah, it is. That's some facts in that when they have babies. But you think they won't do that to make other motherfuckers feel comfortable? And then after a while, they're gonna ease it in. When you happy that somebody else is on the chopping block, it ain't long for your ass is up there too. It ain't long for you up there too. Cause what we all are one. We all are connected. So if you happy that somebody doing something to me, don't be surprised when they doing it to you or your group. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of people used to say, y'all better be careful at how y'all happy or how they did melanated people in this country because after a while they gonna be coming for you. Now it look like they coming for we used to it, which it ain't nothing to get used to. I'm just saying it's just we already know we've been through the work. Can they do? We done been through the worst of the worst. Now we're gonna see how it feel when these other cultures they put you through what they have put in the melanated. We're gonna see how y'all feel about it because a lot of times y'all have been happy. Y'all been with the shit. It's like, yeah, we gonna come into that country and disrespect them people. We gonna do. We glad we ain't gotta worry about it. Now you gotta worry about it. You gotta worry about it. It's not just melanated people. So don't laugh. Don't he who laughs last the hardest. I think he can get an appeal. It's sad. I feel bad for his parents. I feel bad for the other parents too, because a lot of times, we don't have no control of our children. It just we do. I mean, we don't teach our kids that they can't mess with people. Like we don't allow we don't tell our kids to leave people alone. Where they just feel like they can go around doing what they want to do, and just I don't know. I don't know if it's a decalcified pineal gland or what's going on, but I always knew I couldn't go around bullying people and telling people, moving people around, and roughing people up. I mean, after a while, even a big Billy Badass me, they match. So I'm just saying, that's the story I heard. I'm not saying nobody should have took nobody's life, but when you fucking with people, you don't know what the outcome gonna be. If you putting your hands on somebody and they tell you to leave them alone, you don't never know. So that's a chance you taking when you fucking with people that ain't fucking with you. That's a chance you taking that you might get up out of here. So this has been Monster and Goddess 777. Please like, subscribe, and share. And please keep your cool. Keep going within, working on you, grounding, getting that sun, healing, creating the reality that you want. Don't let them people get you in your emotions and get you to choosing this side and that side and this skin color and this shit been going on for thousands of years. I mean, they always got something they trying to harvest our energy and get us into these damn situations where we fight war. It's all warmongering people. That's all they do is divide and conquer, war and fear mongering I mean, that's how they thrive. I think that's a rough way to live. But I know y'all tired of living like that. I can't co-sign to these psyops. I see it plain and clear. I mean, I had something to do, but I was like, let me get up here and put my 7,777 cents on this psyop that's going down. But y'all, this has been Monster and Goddess. Please like, subscribe, and share. And y'all have a wonderful moon day.